I hope you're well. I'm obviously not at the allotment right now. I'm waiting for the sun to come out. We are promised a nice day today, but it's been foggy all morning. Anyway, I thought it was a good opportunity for me to really get to grips with my sewing plan for 2026. So, got my books together. Like most hobbies, as soon as you start, you tend to surround yourself with all the equipment and the books. And I did that. I bought quite a lot of books, thankfully most of them secondhand. But I've discovered I go back to the same ones all the time. And the first one is definitely The Allotment Month by Month by Alan Buckingham. And yeah, I mean, it's just set out so well. If you have an allotment, I'm pretty sure you've got that book. The other one I like is Alan Titchmarsh, How to Garden. He was the one that inspired me how I designed my plot. There's a picture in this book which as soon as I saw it, I thought, yep, that's absolutely how I want my plot to be. And it's pretty much, I mean, this one looks a little bit more rustic, but mine might do in a few more years. And then I've got what I call my more frivolous books that are nice to read, sort of bedtime reading. And one is called The Allotment Pocket Bible. And the other one is The Joy of Allotments, an illustrated diary of Plot 19, which I bought primarily because my plot is Plot 19. And this is just a gorgeous book. It's full of really pretty pictures, as well as somebody's diary of having Plot 19. So they're the bedtime reading. These are my absolute go-tos for planning. So I ought to get to it. I keep a notebook of what seeds I plant, what month. So this is 2025. And I'm going to pretty much stick to this again for this year, I think. But it's interesting that at some point I have been organised and I've made notes for 2026. And I've put here, grow purple beans and broccoli. I've had good results from onions, white Troy, red onions electric, shallots the longer variety, and cauliflower all year round. I've told myself there's definites, grow green beans instead of runner beans, 1 marrow, 2 courgettes, max. I'm not sure if I get to stick to that rule. I fall into the same trap every year. I plant the courgette seeds, I panic that they're not coming up, so I plant a few more, and before I know it, I've got so many, and then we're all having the same problem of trying to offload courgettes to everybody. But let's see if I can just do 2 plants. I think I've also got some more notes over here that Nagina tomatoes are definite. I don't think I'd forget that because they have become an absolute staple for me. Again, gherkins only 1 plant max. That's because I've still got jars of gherkins in the cupboard. Lettuce, little gem, beetroot. My beetroot didn't do well last year. I relied on my plot neighbours who very kindly donated beetroot to me. But mini cucumbers were a real hit. I didn't plant enough plants. I think mainly because there was only like 4 seeds in the packet, but what we did harvest was lovely. And I've put no pumpkins. This will be my first year not growing pumpkins. And I think that's mainly because they look nice, but we don't really like eating them. And I'm thinking that the arches on my plot could be devoted to something else. So yeah, I feel as if I'm semi-organised because I've written the notes up for before. But yeah, I'll keep going. I also told myself this year that I wouldn't buy as many seeds. And so far, these are the only seeds I've bought, which are the Swift sweet corn, Faraday dwarf green beans, Nagina tomatoes, of course, mini munch cucumbers, and Bolt Hardy beetroot. Let's see if I can stick to it. I'm not sure, but I'm proud of myself that I've reached March, and these are the only seeds that I've bought. And for those of you who may not have seen this in a previous video, this is how I keep my seeds. I've had this wooden box for absolutely years and I can't even remember where it came from. And I cut up the dividers that you put into ring binders and made them the right width for the box, in the hope that, you know, I can file these behind each month roughly for the date that I should be sowing them. On the left hand side it should be all vegetables, on the right hand side it's a mixture of flowers. So I do go through it now and again. I think some of the seeds are out of date. I don't throw seeds away when they're out of date. I give them a chance. I just think it feels criminal to put seeds in the bin. But yeah, so for March under here, there's quite a lot, but I won't be doing them all. I remember being given this pack of celery. Now, I haven't actually got that on my list, but why not? I think that might be something new that I try. So these are the seeds that I've just mentioned, which were my King's order, which is very restrained for me. It's but yeah, I am hoping that I don't have to buy any more this year. You can get some seeds at bargain prices. I think Danny mentioned in his video recently, Lidl, they do a good selection of seeds at far more favourable prices. So this system absolutely works for me. It keeps them all in one place. By having the months of the year in there, I can just go to that particular month, have a quick flick through, decide which ones I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm going to continue with this system. I'm going to take you on a little trip to my shed. That's Bella barking in the background. The moment I step into the garden, I'm out of her eye line for a moment. Yeah, the shed is rather rammed at the moment. It does get emptied out a lot more once we hit the summer, because under there is my stove that I use for canning, and our pizza oven, which is a permanent fixture outside. It fits on top of the stove. I am going to do a whole video about that at some point. But this is where I've been storing my onions and shallots. Some of the onions I did actually chop and freeze. I've only got 2 left. And I'm so pleased they've kept really firm. There's been no mould. The red ones, slightly different story. Red onions do not keep as well as white onions. But in this box, I'd forgotten just how many shallots were here that I grew last year. And is that another red onion? Anyway, so some of them have begun to sprout. Some, they still feel really firm. So I'm going to use these as my sets, and I'm going to replant some of these this year. Yeah, make good use of them, and it'll save me having to go and buy them. So that is a definite entry for the notebook. So my pepper seedlings are doing okay, slightly leggy, but I'll make sure that I plant them deep. This is recent seeds that I've just put in, which are the Brussels sprouts. As you can see, I still have the cat situation, that she absolutely loves the heated propagator. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do potting on. I think I have somewhere got a heated mat. So I either provide the cat with the heated mat and get the whole of the propagator, or I move plants to the heated mat. Yeah, it's all about the cat, clearly. So whilst I'm at home, I've got something to show you. These are handmade tote bags by me. This is something I started over the last few months, over the winter months. I've bought myself a really good sewing machine. It's been on my wish list for a long time. So when I retired, I thought, yeah, I'm going to treat myself and get a really good sewing machine. I love sewing. I love all crafts, knitting, crochet, things like that. But I decided I wanted to launch like a little online folksy business. Business sounds too big a word, but it's handmade tote bags, but they've all been upcycled from vintage curtains fabric, which I've sourced from various places online. So what once was in a window has now been upcycled into tote bags in different sizes, as well as small pouches as well. I'm going to put a link in the description below. If you like bags, please take a look. This is a bit of a shameless plug on my own behalf. But each bag, I've made sure that they are completely lined. And they've also, hopefully you can see that, they've also got a pocket inside, which is always handy for your phone or various bits and bobs. I find I'm using them for all different things. As you saw me there, they're great for book bags. The smaller size is wonderful for a packed lunch and a book. I take these to the allotment. I take them shopping. They're lovely as gifts, especially with Mother's Day coming up. So yeah, if it's your bag, then please take a look at the link below. Yeah, I'm not sure that the sun is going to come out today, so not quite sure if I will be getting to the allotment. I do want to get this video out though, because I am a few days late. I try to get them out on a Monday. Occasionally life just says, nope, you're too busy, you're doing something else, but that's my goal. So I did get to the allotment earlier, in the week that is, to just harvest some parsnips. Still got parsnips, which is wonderful. I think it's been a good parsnip year all round. So it's still lovely to be able to get there, dig something up, bring it home and eat it. It makes allotments just perfect. tiny bit of footage from earlier in the week, but until next time, make sure you take care now. And yes, Bella is still here.